Oh, I'm a bit sore. Been in the garden, overdone it. Trying to get on top of things. Awful lot of debating going on YouTube. In general, the algorithm about golf has been populated by pushing or pulling. And I really think in golf, the pushing and the pulling analogies and all the rest of it, they're far from correct. And here I'll explain why. It doesn't matter if you're left or right-handed. If you've got, two arms or one arm, the pushing and the pulling in a golf swing has got to be equal. Absolutely equal. If you have one more than the other, you're going to be in trouble. And through the years, I think where golf has got confused, or golfers have got confused, is the terminology about, are you a swinger or are you a hitter? The most famous player that used to say he hit the ball and everyone thought he was a hitter was Arnold Palmer. And to a degree, that is a completely correct word usage, if you like, of what Palmer was doing at Impact. And a lot of great players do Impact. It's like Muhammad Ali. Right uppercut. Right? And that is pushing. But your body is split in two down the middle, right? And you have a spine in the middle of your body with a gap between it, usually of equal distance, and you tend to turn on this axis. So unless you can equally pull and swing, right, and not have one of these units, your arms, overpower each other, you cannot move the body equally. And here's the key: moving the body equally and opposite. So when you have arguments about is pushing or pulling and the terminology involved around that, the whole thing, it's fundamentally flawed. And if you want to experience it for yourself, simply hit shots one-handed. With your lead arm, you'll find you have to. The only way to hit it is to let it almost like freewheel swing from the top, right? Absolutely, because it's like a long loose piece of al dente spaghetti, long and loosey, like soft and loosey. Any tension in that, you ain't hitting that ball anywhere. You ain't even going to make contact, right? Now, because I'm right-handed, obviously, right arm. If I try hitting shots right-handed, yeah, sure. Just like a tennis racket, I'm going to be swinging up, but I'm going to be tempted to like drop it and whack it because it's a stronger arm. Just like in tennis, if I'm doing a backhand with one arm, it's not going to be that powerful, but the only way to get it to go is to let it flow. So, unless you can control the two halves of your body equally and opposite, you will not be a consistent ball striker. Because if you start going, pushing, if you push more than you pull, right? Let's use the two analogies. If you push more than you pull, you are going to be blocking it straight right, or you'll cut it for want of a better word, you hold it off. We all know what that is, you know. The reverse stroking, if you pull and you just forget about the hitting, then you're hooking it off the planet, right? So you've got to get the balance right. And the push and pull whole scenario is completely misinterpreted, I reckon, and confused, because all of us are going to have one arm stronger than the other through either the fact that we're left or right handed, or we've lost an arm and the other arm, it has to do all the work. So it becomes stronger. It's like a natural, it's going to happen in nature if something like that happens to compensate. It's like, believe it or not, if you lose your sight, your ears become more sensitive, right? And if you lose your hearing, sometimes your eyes become more sensitive and your sense of smell. So in golf, we've got to be opposite but equal, which is a hard thing to do because you're dealing with two opposing forces on each side of your body. But Martin Ayers and numerous other pros throughout the years, you want to go all the way back to the likes of Tom Watson. He's still going strong even now, and his greatest tip that he did all the time was he just used a normal 3 or 4 wood, turned it upside down and made it go as fast as he could. But because you could swing it faster, your body was moving in time. You weren't overpowering yourself. You just get yourself into trouble when you do that. And I think it needs to be kind of addressed to the fact that I think terminology and words in golf can put all the wrong thoughts in your head. And 90% of your golf swing is controlled between the 6 inches between your ears. If you set up walking into a shot knowing exactly what you want and where the ball's going to go, i.e. you've picked your target, you've picked your spot, you know it's going to go 125 yards. If you do all that groundwork first, go in, walk in and react to it, there's no chance of you having any swing thoughts in under a second. Not in actual motion, because motion is like a wave in nature, just going along the ocean. It doesn't suddenly go like halfway along and go, whoa, oh yeah, I'll tell you what I do, I'm just going to change direction and go that way. It doesn't happen, it just keeps going. And then it eventually goes over on itself and heads on the shore. And so it's a short video today. It's just a chatting about things that are popping up on this algorithm, because if they're popping up for me, they'll be popping up for you. And there's a lot of them that they're just going to smash your head in and get you thinking all the wrong thoughts. And like I say, you've got it in this world. It's too easy to get negative, too easy to beat yourself up, too easy to go down that negative path. Everything's positive or negative. Start thinking positive. Positive, positive, positive. The more positive you can think and the more positive you can put into your game, the more positive results you'll get. Thanks for watching, and hope you've enjoyed this quick chat and found it interesting. And we'll talk more about the state of YouTube golf and big companies backing certain YouTubers and the logic behind companies and brands going with certain channels and the theory behind it, because if you've watched any videos lately, the ones that are all paid for, stamped for, they are brutal watches. Because within the first 3 or 4 seconds, you can tell it's just an advert. And I just find myself going off. Thanks for watching. Bendy Thumb Loves Appreciated. Channel's all for charity. Macmillan Help the Heroes, Shelter UK. The only unfortunate thing about this is, for the charities, last week we made £3.65. It's better than none. But it's not a lot, is it? Right. Thanks for watching.